Heck of a game for Wednesday night, guys, in Stillwater. That was fun to watch. Obviously, the students, especially, and the fans were engaged, which made it an even more festive or raucous atmosphere. I thought those guys were really good. I thought that did cause us a few problems in terms of our communication defensively. But from a fan's standpoint, that's a lot of points and a lot of offense. Two teams that obviously have been two of the faster paced teams in the United States. Now, with that being said, you're going to listen to me gripe about our defense, and we've got to get better defensively. We can't continue to allow people to shoot open threes when we know that they're great three-point shooters, and we can't continue to allow people to beat us off the bounce and get into the paint and cause problems for us. But guys, we're 5-0. We've got a heck of a ball team that I think can do big things this year if we'll continue to grow on the defensive end of the basketball.
I think they were up 13 at one point in that first half. I'd imagine you'd prefer to not be in that situation, but was it nice to see your guys sort of respond to getting punched in the mouth like that?
Yeah, and you go back and forth as a coach in your mind, call timeout, not call timeout, right? And I felt like that for us to continue to grow, we need to fight our way out of it. And I thought that those guys did that from 3:33 on. I think we held them to 2 or 3 points the rest of the half, which obviously gave us an opportunity to get back into the basketball game. And then I thought to start the second half defensively, I thought we were pretty good.
One thing that I kind of asked the players about, but this is a team that, there's no secret. This is a team that scores a lot of points, and you both like to play fast, but was there maybe even more of an onus in practice coming in of, hey, these guys, they just want to run, they get out and like to do things like that?
Well, when you listen to Brian talk, he talks a lot about they want to score in the first 5 seconds of the shot clock, and we talk about the first 12 seconds of the shot clock. So you're splitting hairs a little bit, but obviously being aggressive on the offensive end is something that both of us like to do. Again, I think in the Big 12, I don't anticipate people allowing us to score 103 points and to have that many possessions. So we're going to have to be able to learn to win games when it's not at that unbelievable pace.
Kanye had 11 assists and he hit a couple big shots. Just how big was his creativity on offense?
Yeah, good. I think Kanye played well. I was pleased with Jalen Curry when he went back in, especially in the second half. He's been out for 5 days, so it's tough on him. But I thought Kanye executed the game plan. I thought that he was a lot better in the second half in ball screen D, and what I mean by that is instead of getting hit with the screens, he got into the basketball and eliminated some of those pick and roll opportunities for them, which helped our defense. Then we're not in rotations. But no, I thought he was fantastic tonight. I was happy to see him play well. 11 assists. I think he did have 4 turnovers, but 11 assists is really good on, and you look at our overall stats, 19 assists on 38 made baskets is really good.
There were a lot of combined turnovers, against a back and forth game. Now, nothing crazy egregious, but was it just something that they were forcing you into some mistakes offensively, and were you kind of doing the same thing to them?
Well, I thought between our ball handlers, Victorious, Kanye, and Curry, we had 12 turnovers just between the 3 of them, right? And we can't allow that to happen. I don't know that their scheme was anything that we didn't prepare for. Like, we knew if we drove the ball and we tried to spin back, they were going to be there. They were really good at that. We knew that they were going to pick us up full court. They were going to be aggressive. And we prepared for that. Obviously, we've already faced that with Corpus Christi in terms of their aggressive D, in terms of A&M. So I didn't feel like we were unprepared. I just felt like we were a little lackadaisical. And some of those guys probably came at times when we were a little bit tired and maybe could have subbed and gotten fresh bodies out there. But those guys played well. I thought that we should go with them.
There's some elite shot making from both teams out there tonight. What is it like as a coach in a game like that, to where you can draw up whatever, but if they hit a shot, it is what it is, and it's the same for your guys. If Anthony just steps back and hits one.
Sometimes, right? Better offense just beats good defense, right? And when you look at a game like this, in my mind, what you've got to say is number one, your guys played hard enough to win, right? Which I thought that we did that for the majority of the game. But then you also have to look into the mirror and say, you know what, we did a good job recruiting. We've got good players, we have good offensive talent, and I think we've got good defensive talent. We've just got to get better in that area. So again, having a lot of options is good, right? We've got to continue to figure out our roles. We've got to continue to figure out our substitution patterns, and we've got to continue to figure out the best way for us to be successful and which guys can help at those times moving forward. But that's why you're playing games, to figure that stuff out.
VJ scored the game's first 7 points, had a 3, had a dunk, had a mid-range shot. Do you sort of see his confidence even growing from maybe where he was at the beginning of the game?
Again, guys, I've talked to you guys a lot. I think VJ's a really good player. I mean, and it's good to see him be able to have freedom and be able to make plays. So let's continue to feed him, right? If he had that to start the game, he ended up with 24. What's to say that we missed him a few times? Like, I know that we had a couple driving opportunities to the basket, and we don't pass that ball out, and we attack the rim when guys are wide open on the perimeter. That's another step that we've got to make in terms of being an unselfish team. 19 assists on 38 made baskets is fantastic. That could have been 25.
Coach, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about one of the few things that didn't really go your way tonight was at the free throw line. It was a hard game for both teams. Free throws are never a magic formula, but can you explain maybe some of the struggles from the free throw line?
No, I don't have an answer for free throws. Like, you get a college scholarship, you play in the Big 12, you get paid some NIL money. We should all make our free throws, right? I mean, even when I was playing at Texas Lutheran, I should make my free throws. And we are certainly a good free throw shooting team. We made 8 out of 10 in the second half, if I'm not mistaken. So it's just sometimes, mentally you're either not focused or maybe you're just not locked in, however you want to say it. But no, we're a good free throw shooting team. I knew that in the second half that we would level up to our free throw shooting numbers. But I thought it was a good opportunity for us to see that we can also shoot. I mean, we shot 23% the other night from the 3, and tonight we shot 50, right? So it was good to see the ball go through the basket, and hopefully that continues to foster confidence in the guys.
Do you think that three-point shooting's sort of contagious, especially with a group like this? It's obviously very talented from back there.
Yeah, I do. I think that it, when one guy's feeling good, his energy rubs off onto his teammates, right? And I think, though, that where we've got to create our energy is on the defensive end of the basketball, and then that allows us to get going offensively. And I think that's what's going to be the separating factor between how high that our ceiling is. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you see your teammate make a shot and you see your teammate smiling and being engaged, it makes you feel better. You're either energy sucker or you're energy giver, right? And tonight I thought that we had guys that were providing energy for one another for the most part, especially in the second half.
Sort of weird deal with Parsa there late.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw him. Obviously, Kanye's he's backpedaling, and Kanye's trying to stop him, and he steps on his foot, and he kind of jiggles his knee a little bit. But I don't know. We'll have to see what the doctors say. But Parsa's a tough kid. I know that if there's an opportunity for him to play, he's going to play.
They had to play a little small because of foul trouble. What was like your tactics with that?
Yeah, you know what? I probably didn't do a great job with that, especially with number 3 on his pick and pops, right? I don't know what he finished with for the game. He finished 4 of 9, which is a better percentage than he was shooting coming into the game. But he went 2 for 2, and then at the half I think it was 2 of 4, and so you play the numbers. Right, you have to play the numbers. We switched some things later in the game, which eliminated some of his pick and pop opportunities, and I thought that was a good switch that Coach Godino made. So
there's a lot of you're an aggressive team defensively, right? Especially on the perimeter. But was there maybe even more of an aggressiveness to maybe try to force some more transition opportunities, try to you know, they're a team that wants to shoot the ball a lot, so they're going to move the ball quick. But there's a lot of active hands on the perimeter. Was it a point of emphasis for?
Yeah, I mean, it's a point of emphasis for us each game, and we chart deflections, right? We keep track of steals and those sorts of things, especially in on drives. I mean, and we were really trying to keep them out of the paint, which I don't think we did a fantastic job of. But when they're driving to attack the basketball with two hands, or once you have them in tight spaces, to really be aggressive with your hands and try and get deflections and get steals. I thought early on in the game we got a bunch. I just didn't think that we were. I just didn't think that we maintained it throughout the game.